Hello everyone, and welcome to this part of the home exercise series with me, Ben, and Dave here.
Hey everyone.
Dave today is going to do a chair-based version of the exercises that I'm going to whiz through. I'm going to do it from a standing position and maybe a little bit of chair supported, so just something to hold on to that's not going to move. So that could be your chair or your kitchen side at home. For the first part, we're going to do a warm-up, which will last for around about 10 minutes, starting to increase our heart rate, getting the muscles moving, ready for the main exercise component later on. Before we get started, a few housekeeping bits and pieces. So we want to make sure you've had all your medication before you exercise, have a little bit of food, whether it's breakfast or lunch, depending on the time of day that you're exercising. If you're diabetic, make sure you check your blood glucose and make sure it's above 5 millimoles before you exercise. Also, if you've got a GTN spray, make sure it's handy, and then a bottle of water to take with you as you're exercising, because it's very important to stay hydrated when you're moving about. So, I'm going to ask Dave to take a seat. So, Dave is going to be sat on the front third of the chair. So, his back is off the back of the chair and is using his posture to keep himself upright. So, shoulders are back, head up, back nice and straight. Feet out in front, about shoulders width apart, and a nice right angle at the knee. For myself, similar sort of position, standing up nice and tall, shoulders back, head up, and then we'll begin the warm-up. So let's start off with a little bit of a march. So just keeping the feet moving on the spot there. Just go at your own pace and just do what you're comfortable with. If there's any movements that you struggle with or get a bit of pain, just stop and come back to this movement. As long as we're moving our legs and our arms a little bit, absolutely fine. Okay, so let's just start off with a little bit of a march, moving the arms down by the side. Okay, and then we're going to start to tap the toes out in front. So right and left, just the toes touching the floor if you can, just starting to work the ankle and the calves. Lovely. So alternating each time, you're going to do 2 more, and then we're going to take it out to the sides. So a little tap to the right, a little tap to the left. And make sure it's just that toe that's still touching the floor. Lovely. Okay. Back into centre, back into that march. So we're just going to start to work the arms a little bit more and also lift the knees up a little bit higher. So it's a bit more of a purpose behind this march now. Okay, a couple more seconds of this. And then with our arms, we're just going to take them out in front and we're going to bring our knees a little bit higher up towards our hands. So slowing the movement down and taking your time. If you find that your hands are a little bit too high and it's quite tricky to get your knees up to them, just drop them down a little bit and just stick with what you're comfortable with. Lovely. 2 more of these. And then we're going to switch it to across the body. So your left hand is touching your right knee and your right hand is touching your left. And you're just starting to work your core a little bit as well with that rotation in the middle. But trying to keep everything nice and upright. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to drop the arms down by the side and just back to that little bit of a march. Okay, keeping them feet moving. So the next one we're going to do is a heel flick. So we're going to take the position of flicking the heel up towards your bum, switching legs each time. If you're doing the chair-based version, it's a little toe tap out to the side again, preferably a little bit further than you did previously with the toe tap. Just sticking to your limits. Okay. Lovely. A couple more of these. And then we're going to bring the feet flat on the floor, about shoulders width apart. And what we're going to do, we're going to raise onto our balls of our feet and our toes. So we're going to go up, hold it for a couple of seconds, and then gently back down to the floor. And it's exactly the same movement in the chair, apart from that you're not raising completely up. Lovely. So this is just practicing your balance a little bit here, and also stretching out your calves. Okay, on the next one, as we come up, we're just going to hold it for a little bit longer. Feel that stretch for a little bit longer. Test that balance as well, and then gently back down and back into it again at normal pace. And then on the next one, we're going to do it again and hold it for a couple more seconds than before. 3, 2, 1, gently back down, shake it out there in the legs. Lovely. Okay, the next one, sticking with the legs. instead of a little toe tap out in front, we're going to do a step this time. So we're going to do a little step, full foot, planted on the floor, changing over. So it's going to go from a heel into ball of foot, into toe, and then back up the opposite way. And it's exactly the same on the chair as well. So you can see Dave's doing a little bit of a lean forward from the hips as he steps forward. Very similar movement to as you would when you're standing. Or if you're holding on for a bit of support as well. Yeah. Lovely. One more on each leg. And then we're going to switch it over to a sideways step. So same thing in the chair, that sideways movement, a little bit of a shimmy of weight over to that side, then over to the other side as well. If you're using the chair for a bit of support, it's probably better off facing the chair for this part, so you can go side to side, and there's no damage, there's no risk of you damaging your knee by whacking it on there. Lovely. One more each way. Good. And then bringing your feet flat on the floor again, a little bit wider than previously. Hands across the chest. You're going to do a rotation out one way, little pause in the middle, and out to the other. If you're doing it from a standing position, try and lift your heel off the floor as you twist around on that back leg. Just takes the pressure off your knees and allows you to twist that a little bit further. Lovely. You're going to do one more each way. And once you've done that, coming back to centre, hands down by the side, you're going to dip down to the side there, aiming to touch the outside of your knee, back up to the top, little pause, and then we go down again the other side. So with this one, it's important that we just go in down to the side, rather than forwards, or rather than backwards, yeah? So we're just down to the side, nice and straight, and then back down. Yep. Keep that going for a couple more. Should be starting to warm up now. You warming up now, Dave?
I'm warmed up, yeah.
Good man. Okay, back to centre. And then we're going to start to move the legs again. So a little bit of a march, yeah? And we're going to move up the body now. So we're going to work our arms a little bit more, our chest area, our back, to get everything upper body moving a little bit more, ready for the main exercise. So the first one we're going to do is a shoulder shrug. So with our shoulders, we're going to draw them up to the ears and then down past where they started. Okay, so you should really feel it in the shoulders there. Trying to touch the bottom of the ears, keeping your neck lengthened as well. So it's the shoulders doing all the work. Okay, one more of those. And then we're going to switch it to a shoulder roll. So we're going to roll the shoulders forward, up, back past your ears, and then back down. So as your shoulders come back round, you should feel your shoulder blades come together at the back as well. It's that full range of movement there with the shoulders. Really good for opening out the chest and getting your posture right. If you've got a tight neck or tight shoulders, this one's really good to do every single day, first thing in the morning. Okay, one more of them. And then hands down by the side. We're going to lift them up out in front to about eye level and back down. We're going to do a few at this height, and then we're going to start to increase the height. So on the next one, we're going to go a little bit higher, but only if you can. Stick to what you're comfortable with. And a little bit higher again. So we're now aiming to get towards the ceiling. So we're gradually increasing that height up to the ceiling until we're stretching all the way as far as we can. One more of those. And then on the next one, hold it there, draw the elbows down, push back up. So we're still focusing on the shoulders, but a slightly different movement. Lovely. Keeping them feet moving for everything. Okay, next time your hands are down, keep them at chest height, and you're going to push out in front and draw your elbows back. When you draw your elbows back, you should feel your shoulder blades come together as well. Really stretching out that chest, working your back muscles as well. Lovely. Two more. Great. Next time you push forward, have your hands together, take them apart to each corner, back to the middle, and then go out the other way. So alternating the direction each time. Again, focusing on that chest area. Lovely. One more after this one. Brilliant. Shake it out there if you need to. Okay. Just going to finish off now with a few swimming techniques. All right. So these ones are great for working the chest, the back, and the shoulders, all in 3 exercises. So we'll start off with a breaststroke. So that's going to go out in front, nice wide stretch, bring it back to the middle. Lovely. Okay, and then we're going to move into a front crawl. So we're going over the top with the arms, working them shoulders, got forward rotation. And then we're going to change it to a backstroke. So we're coming back the opposite way with the arms, brushing past your ears, hopefully. Getting that backwards rotation of the shoulder. Lovely, last one. Brilliant. Shake your arms out there for me. Shake your legs out as well. That's the warm-up complete.